Well, good evening, guys. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live CGC unboxing on a Saturday night. That's right, it's Saturday Night Live, guys. I never come on here on Saturday nights, but you know what? 2 boxes arrived today. So I figured, what the heck? I might as well come on here because I got another busy week ahead of me, and I figured I can come on here and show and tell these books to you right now. And it'll start the week off right. Hey guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm also an authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And like I said, this is a live CGC unboxing. What the heck is that? Well, you know what, guys? Like I said, I press and clean comic books. When I'm done with those books, and by the way, these books aren't mine. These belong to my clients. I ship them down to Sarasota to CGC, a third-party grading company. They grade the books, and once they're done, they get shipped back to me. Believe it or not, it's more economical to have the books come to me first. More of a pain in my rear end, but still it's more economical for you, my clients. And once they get here, I come on here and I showcase the books in a live show and tell, I guess you could say. Anyways, guys, I've got 2 boxes and guess what? CGC screwed up again. They sent me a small box of magazines. They're not supposed to send me books unless I have at least 20 in a box. They sent me 5. These books, I know for sure now, belong to Vince. These are Vince's magazines. A few weeks ago, well, maybe about a month and a half ago, I did a live stream where I thought Vince's books had come back, yet they were another client's. And there's a bit of a kerfuffle there. Well, I mean, between Vince and I, because he thought they were his, and I was pretty sure they weren't his after talking to him. And guess what? They weren't. I just fart. You know what, guys? When I'm on here and I'm saying I'm looking at somebody's books, take it with a grain of salt. I have so many books coming back. Sometimes I think they belong to certain people, but sometimes they don't because I've got, TMNT books. That's what we're going to look at right now. I get them all the time, right? So anyhow, I had just worked on Vince's books recently. That's why they were fresh in my mind. But these are Vince's books. These are his books. If you're out there, Vince, enjoy. Here we go. First off, we got a TMNT. That's not where I wanted to go. Saturday Night Flub, here we go. Where is it? Overhead. There we go. Okay, here we go. We have a TMNT number 1, third printing in a 9.2. And there are 5 magazines here. And I want to check these mags for cracks, and they look pretty good so far. We've got a TMNT number 2, second printing in a 9.0. All right. We also have TMNT number 3, first printing. This one came in at an 8. That's really sharp, actually. Let's put that. And it's a nice looking book. I think it might have got an 8 because there's a little, there was a sticker on the over the price tag, and it kind of left a little bit of a stain. Perhaps that's why. A look at the grader notes will tell us probably why that's an 8, because it's a nice looking book otherwise. And we also have, these are all TMNTs. We have another number 4. It's also a first printing. Oh, JP Studios is here. How you doing, JP? Jackson, how's it going, buddy? This is a 9.4. Nice copy right there. And last but not least, we have a really nice copy of Raphael number 1. That's a pretty looking book. And this is in a 9.0. So there you go, Vince. Your first batch is finally back. We waited a long time for these. They sat in limbo there. They were done. They just kind of sat there for weeks. And then they shipped them wrong. They shipped them incorrectly. Wonderful, right? Anyways, there you go. Guys, by the way, I didn't mention, if you want to hit that subscribe button, you can also join in with our chat. As you can see, we have some fellas already here. About 20 people in the house right now. If you haven't done so already, hit that. Please hit that like button. And hit the subscribe button. By doing so, you can communicate with me when I go to my chat, which I'll do right now, actually. Let's see who's here. And any questions you might have pertain to comic book collecting, CGC grading, pressing, cleaning, any pressing questions you might have, I'm happy to answer right here, right now. Warren's here. I just talked to Warren on Facebook. How's it going, Warren? Stream Elements, what the heck is that? I don't even know what that even is. Okay, Jay Wolfgang is here. How you doing, Jay Wolfgang? My son Jack's over there. He's at a cottage right now with Wi-Fi. Good to see you. Colin Smith says, wow, made another live stream. I've got some books to do. I gave up on CBCS. So, yeah. Colin, what happened with CBCS? I'd love to hear the stories. I'd love I'm hearing lots of people say CBCS has turned over a new leaf. They're a new company with new ways of doing things and better customer service. And yeah, okay. I haven't heard a lot of positives yet, but you know what? Hey, if they can turn that ship around and be consistently better, maybe I would start using CBCS again. All right. That's it for the magazines, my friends. Now we're going right to the comics. Again, I have no idea what books these are. These just kind of arrived today. I got back from the shop today. Boy, it was busy at the shop today. And a lot of guys picking up books. Here we have a Black Magic #1 and a 5.5. Right there, nice DC horror book. We also have a Spider-Gwen #1 in a 9.8. That's what I like to see. Colin sends a super chat. Thanks, Colin. Appreciate that. It's always nice to get those super chats once in a while. So I do thank you. We have Inferno #1 to go with that 9.9. Now these two books went together, so a 9.8 and a 9.8. That is going to make one happy comic book collector, that's for sure. Okay, we've got an 8.5 copy of, get over here, Captain Marvel 33. 8.5 white pager. Is that a Thanos story? It is. Origin of Thanos, right there. Remember Thanos? He was the villain in that really good Marvel series that came to an end quite some time ago. Ultimate Fallout, #4. It's a variant, second printing, in a 9.6. We've got a Spider-Woman #1 in an 8.0, sorry. Young Avengers #1 in a 9.8. Get that kind of straightened out for you there. All right, we've got a Wolverine versus the Hulk. This one's got a signature on it, so it gets it qualified, but 9.8 qualified. So, I mean, what would you rather? I had the question for one of my clients today. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a 9.8 qualified or a 9.2 or a 9.4 universal because of that signature? I think I'd rather have the 9.8 qualified. That's me, though. That's just me. All right, as you can see, my stack has gotten so high, the camera is not showing everything. So I'm going to pack these babies up. And if there's any questions or comments or whatever over in the chat area, I will take those questions. And if you're new here, please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to see where the reach of the show goes. I know we get a lot of American fellas watching, a lot of Canadians. We're all over Canada, but where are you from? Are you new here today? If so, welcome. And let me know where you're from. Love to hear it. Okay, let's pack these guys up. So again, Colin, thank you so much for that $1 tip. Rin Taylor's here. Those are mine. So I assume it's those, it's the, what do you call it? The Spider-Gwen and the other, right? So, well, congratulations. I'm glad we can get you a 9.8 on those. Can't always get 9.8s. Be nice, eh? If we'd always get 9.8s, we would always be sending books in all the time. All right. These new bags, they went back to this thin bag, and it really stinks. They're really thin and crappy, and they're hard to get the comic books in. Hey, Don, how's it going? Don is a local Oshawa resident. Happy Saturday to you, too. And by the way, guys, if you happen to be in the Brampton area, I will be making an appearance tomorrow, Sunday, the 30th, at the Lions Banquet Hall in Brampton, Ontario. Brampton's about, from my house, about 45 minutes west of here. And I have not been to Brampton. I don't know the last time I've been to Brampton, to be honest. But the show, it was an opportunity to do the show. It's a smaller show. And I thought, you know what? I like doing small shows. Maybe I'll meet some new people, what have you. So I'm setting up there. Roy's coming with me too. I'm not bringing anything to sell. Roy's going to bring some books to sell. So if you're in the Brampton area, I think it's $5 again. It's pretty cheap. Come on over and say hi. If you got books to submit, I'm happy to look at them as well. Let me put these babies back and we'll continue on with the unboxing. you're getting here right now, I'm just getting through box number 1 of 2. All right, here we go. Next we have, I still got to check for cracks, guys, because I don't want to miss them. We got a Thor 338 newsstand edition in a 9.0. Oh, I love this cover, man. I've seen a few of these coming in. ASM 161. Check this out. Gorgeous copy. Gorgeous copy. 9.6 copy right there. White pager. We've got a Wolverine limited series newsstand edition again. This one is, this is an 8.0. We've got an X-Men 119 in a 5.5 white pager. What the heck's going on with this book? Why is this only a 5.5? Why is this only a 5.5? Is there some stains somewhere? Or what's up with this? Oh, what happened there? Yeah, this is kind of irritating. Look at this. See that? How does that happen? That's aggravating. That is quite aggravating. I tell you right now, books don't leave my shop looking like that. They just don't. We got a Wolverine limited series number 3 in a 9.2. I've really come to the conclusion, I'm really sure now. And again, I don't know this 100%, but I'm pretty sure. CGC has got to have a super high turnaround, staff turnaround. I'm not talking about the people that are, have more of administrative jobs, people that have been there for a long time, like people that run the show. I think they've been, they're lifers or they've been there for a long time. But I think guys that are working in the shipping department, guys that are working, they're slabbing these books up. There's got to be a quick turnaround, a lot of turnaround, because like my shipping will work perfect for 6-7 months, and it'll start screwing up again. Then it'll be fixed again. Then it'll screw up again 5 or 6 months later. It's never 2 years of perfection. There's always problems, right? And then when I see a slab like that with a pinch on a book, now could that have happened during shipping? I guess. I suppose. I'll never know, right? But very aggravating nonetheless. Let's see what else we could probably fit another couple of books on there. Now that's better. 9.6 white pager, one of my favorite books. A guy came in yesterday and he wanted to do one of his. It wasn't in quite as nice a shape as this one. 9.6, gorgeous. And we also have, to go along with that one, a newsstand copy. And these are both newsstand issues. We've got a 132, also in a 9.6 white pages. Then we have a 7.5 copy of number 123, also in white pages. Name written on first page in pen. So name written on first page in pen means there's probably a signature on the inside of this book. All right. Now, should that not be a green label? It's an unverified signature. But again, in this case, there's no consistency, right? There's no consistency. So let's give it a blue label and make a mention of it. I don't know. Anyways, all right, that's it. I got no more room on this one. We're about halfway through box number 1, maybe a little bit more than half. Got a second box to share with you, so don't go anywhere. Let's go back to the chat room. Oh my gosh! Lord Thoth is here. How's it going, Lord Thoth? Good to see you all the way from Ottawa, Ontario, my trusty blue wrench. Good to see you. Thanks for popping by on this Saturday Eve. Ren, no problem. Glad to help. 80s guy says, I'll be there. I live in Brampton. That's cool. Good to see you there. Michael Lemon, surprised Kevin is doing such a late stream. He has to get up early for the Brampton Comic Book Show tomorrow. I'll tell you, I came back from the shop today. My jaw's been bugging me all week. I got like TMJ or whatever on. Anyways, but this last 2 weeks or week and a half, my jaw has been bothering me so much I can barely close my jaw. And as the day progresses, it tends to go away. But I woke up today and it was really bothersome, and almost to the point where it was aching. My whole head was kind of headache and my neck was bugging me. So I got back from the shop and I crashed for like 3 hours. So Michael, I got a feeling I might be up a little later tonight, but I am going to get up early and go to try to get to the show at around 8:30. I don't have a lot to set up. I know Roy has a bigger setup than I do. I bought this newfangled stand for my banner, which I'm so excited to to put together at the show tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. What do you do when that happens? Well, Warren, I'm going to tell you right now. If I write to CGC and say, "Listen, what the hell's this? Why does that book have a pinch in the back there?" They're going to say, "Well, too bad. That's, it came." They're going to say it came like that. That's what they're going to say. So, in a situation like that, it depends. I'll have a conversation with the owner, and we'll figure out a way to rectify it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind cracking it, resending it in, and I would probably do most of that for free. But the grading I can't cover, unfortunately. But my own labor, I'll do the work to get the book sent back to CGC. But they ain't going to give me a free grading, so we'll have to regrade it again, unfortunately. But if the book, if we decide to leave it, we may leave it as is. It depends on what the owner wants to do, Warren. To be honest, and as you know, like I said at the beginning of the show, I send books. I get the books sent back to me here, and then once they're here, I pack them and I ship them to, most people are from around here, but I ship books to Quebec and books to British Columbia, Alberta, all over Canada. I ship books back to the East Coast, and once in a blue moon, the books crack en route within Canada. Well, when that happens, it's usually well over the 14 days that CGC offers. So, what do I do in a situation like that? Well, I unfortunately I can't pay to have the books reslabbed. But what I do offer people when that does happen is I'm happy to pay to ship the books back to CGC and have them, and I reslab them at my cost, okay, at the very cheapest, and then I'll pay for the shipping back and the shipping back to them again. So, depending on the situation, if books arrives cracked to you, or a situation like this, I work with the client and try to figure out a way to make clients happy. But unfortunately, I don't have those kind of deep pockets like CGC does, where I can reslab books, constantly. I pack the books really well. The one time, I know recently the books went to Quebec and the box was damaged. The box is badly damaged by UPS. I was pretty pissed off. And in fact, Danny, one of my clients, Danny in Calgary, same thing. It was the same week. I sent books to Quebec and books to Alberta, and both times he had 3 or 4 crack slabs, and my client out in Quebec had, I think it was 3 crack slabs. Rarely ever happens, but this was like a jinxed week, I guess, and it happened. Anyways, it was a real pain. Michael says, even with that dent, I don't see that as a 5.5. And yeah, they cause the damage and take no, they will. If they cause damage in a book, there really is no recourse. Guys, when I fill out the forms for CGC, it basically says, you're sending your book to us. If the book gets effed up, c'est la vie. And if I don't click that, I can't send the book. So understand that when you send books to them, you are basically... you're at their mercy, really. Now, do problems like that happen? Sure they do, from time to time. And if the problem is really, really, really bad, or it's a situation I need to get involved in and speak up about, then I'll get involved. But again, I can only do so much, right? But I do try to, if I have to be a mediator or whatever, I do. Recently, I got the customer service to contact the client, and I was kind of there in the email stream as well, kind of putting my 2 cents worth in. But I was kind of like a overseer of the problem, and they didn't fix the problem, by the way. But anyways, all right, let's keep going here. Well, we got a lot more X-Men books here. I wonder if are these Brian's books? I think Brian already did all of his X-Men books. I don't know if these are the rest of his. We've got a X-Men 136. And this looks and this one's a 6.5. And I'm looking at this one too. And again, the lighting in here is not ideal for this, but this looks nicer than a 6.5. But maybe I'm missing something. There's some stuff going on along the spine. Yeah, okay. Anyways, another great cover. Name written in first page in pen. So again, they docked a mark on this one because there's writing on the inside. Obviously an unverified signature. Got a 9.6 copy. Boy, these graders were hard on this box. 9.6, they weren't giving it the 9.8s like crazy. 9.6 copy of ASM 298. And then a What If Spider-Man number 1 in a 9.6 white pages again. I get a lot of these 9.6s lately. What's going on here? It's funny, it goes in a wave. Sometimes you get a box of 9.8s, and other times you get a box of 9.6s. And I've got people that, oh, Kevin, yeah, what the hell? When they're 9.8s, you're all happy and, saying CGC's great. When they're 9.6, you're saying CGC sucks. Well, no. Well, maybe I do. But I have said this before, and I really do believe this. I believe that, a book that's a 9.6, I've seen tons of 9.8s that should have been a 9.6 or even a 9.4. And I've seen lots of, 9.6s that I'm sure, like I'll give you an example. I'm not going to mention the books until they come back from CGC, but I had 3 books that came back from CGC a while back for one of my clients from Toronto, and we were like, what the hell? And let's send them back. And so he asked me to crack all 3 and ship them back again and read and try it again. So I did crack all 3 recently, and I sent them back about a week and a half ago. And out of those 3, I took them out of the slab. And 2 of them were gorgeous. Like, there's no reason why these books did. And I'm pretty confident those 2 that were 9.6 will come back 9.8. The third one, I think, will remain a 9.6, potentially even a 9.4. But 2 that I'm sure should have been a 9.8 were not. They were 9.6s. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But when they do come back, remember this moment, and I'll bring it up. And even if they stay a 9.6, I'll bring it up as well. Because I do believe those books should have been 9.8s to begin with. Remember when I say that usually people who keep their collections together, I had my collection for 20 years. I bought the books off the stand. Those books tend to always be within, grade or 2 of each other, generally speaking. Well, the same can be said with this order that I sent in. These 3 books were sent in with other modern books that all came back 9.8, and these 3 came back 9.6. And again, they looked exactly the same as the ones that were 9.8. So, yeah. Of course I'm disappointed when I get tons of 9.6s. I want them to be 9.8s for you. It's great. It's better for my clients when they come back 9.8s. Now, don't get me wrong. If a book doesn't deserve a 9.8, it does not deserve a 9.8. But, and again, I'm not really looking over these books very carefully, so I could be missing something. But, when I see a lot of 9.6s, I'm like, it'd be nice to have a couple of 9.8s in there for you guys. Here we have an X-Men 98 and a 4.5. Here we go. Got a lot of nice X-Men books here. Come on, get on there. Get on there. We have a X-Men 134. And a 6.5. All right, see, I complained about a 9.8, then we get a 9.8, right? Here we go. And one of the books I love to see a 9.8, Web of Spider-Man number 1. And as you all know, the very first book I ever bought at my local comic store when I first started collecting back in 1985, when my buddy Adam dragged me over to Unicorn Comics in Oshawa. First book I bought right there, guys. First book. So there you go. Okay, that stack is pretty high. Guys, there's 26 of you in here right now. Only 16 likes. Do me a favor, hit that like button. It does help with the analytics of the channel. YouTube sees more likes. They promote this channel to other people, other collectors like you, and then we bring more people to the channel, which is fantastic. So please do that. Let's go back to the talk. Brian says hello. Hello, Brian. Lord Thoth is still there. Happy Saturday, he says to everyone. Mouth and tooth. I don't think it's a mouth or tooth infection because it's my jaw. It's right. I can hear a lot of clicking and stuff. So I got TMJ on this side really bad. This side's my good side. And it's happened before where it's kind of, my doctor once explained it like I sprained it. Like you sprained your jaw muscle. And that's what I think is going on here. So hopefully, I go to 3 clinics today finally. Not one of them was open. At 2:30, go to one clinic, we're closed. Second clinic, we're closed. Third clinic, we're closed. I'm like, okay, time to OD on the Tylenol and Advil, which I did, and that was that. So I'll go to the clinic on Monday morning. Rin says, hey, I know you might be busy, but any chance you can bring my 2 books with you when you come to Brampton, the Gwen Inferno? I'm dropping in to see you. If not, no worries. Rin, if you want me to do that, only because I'm not bringing a lot of stuff. I could probably swing 2 books. Please tell me, text me right now. You know my number, right? If you don't, look it up on my website. Text me your actual name, and then I'll pull your invoice and I'll bring. Because I don't believe your actual name is Rin Taylor. I don't believe it is, because I don't recognize Rin Taylor. But do that for me, all right? And then I will. If you don't, I won't. Okay? Brian says, nope, not my X-Men books. Got lots more of them, but haven't submitted them yet. Ah, okay. When I think of X-Men now, I think of you, Bri. I just do. Eric says, I'm at a wedding and thought I'd check in. Get back to the dance floor. What are you doing? You should be here. You should be dancing and celebrating. Come on, Eric. What's going on with you? RP's here. How you doing, RP? Good to see you. All right. Got 26 of you guys rocking with me on this fine Saturday evening. All right. I got a few more books. That was one. Not done this box yet. Oh, wait. All right. Ugh. 3 more books from this box. So this order was a big X-Men order, but we've got... No cracks. Okay. So this is a X-Men, again, name written on first page in pen. So obviously this person had a lot of signatures, and he's been penalized for it. X-Men 141 and a 9.2. We've got an X-Men first appearance of Alpha Flight 8.0. White pager. Then the last but not least, we've got a Wolverine number 4 and a 9.6. So a box with a hell lot 9.6s. Hey, listen, 9.6 is still better than a 9.4, right? So if you have to look at it in the bright side of things, right? At least it wasn't 9.2s, you know. So now we'll go on to our second and final box, and it's getting hot. And when I'm done this, I'm going to try to sort some more comics and work on some CGC orders I got to send out this week. Never enough time in the day with this business, guys. Seriously. And if you didn't know, or if you're just new, if you haven't watched one of my shows in the last little while, the Comic Doctor office is moving officially. Over the month of August, I'll be preparing a new location. Not far from my current location, just actually about a 2-minute drive. This one has a wicked... It'll provide me with, come on, no stairs, which is awesome. And because if you come to my shop now, lots of stairs, and you know, I glugged up 6 boxes today, almost killed myself. But so this is going to be awesome. So I'm going to have on a main floor entry, and then this place even has a huge loft where I'm going to probably at some point put up some kind of like discount, or just like, I wouldn't even say a comic store, but well, I guess a comic store of sorts, a back issue room type thing. Because a lot of clients love to peruse those back issues, and we'll try to make my location in Oshawa a place to come to when you're looking for. You just feel like perusing comic was a really casual place to do that. Anyways, so looking forward to that. All right, our box is done. Move those there. Box number 2. Let's see what we got here. Got some moderns. Now these belong. This is a Dave collection for sure. Now Dave gives me a lot of Star Wars books, and I'm pretty sure these are his. We start off with an Heir to the Empire number 1. Have you guys seen the Ahsoka Tano show previews? I don't know. I think I'm this close to canceling Disney Plus. I really am. We have a Star Wars. Some pretty cool Star Wars books here, guys. Wow, we got a 9.4 on that. That's pretty sick. Because that okay. I think I'll be happy with that. We got a 9.4 copy of Star Wars Comics number 9, Shogakukan Dust Jacket, Japanese edition, in a 9 point. That's a heavy friggin' slab, boy. That's a heavy slab. Look at that baby right there. That's one you don't see every day. We got The Last Padawan Kanan in a 9.6. And there better be some 9.8s in here because he had a lot of nice books. Okay, I spoke too soon. Boom. We've got a Batman 497 in a 9.8. Oh, I think this was a crack and redo, and I don't remember if it was a 9. I gotta check, guys. I gotta check. I think this was a 9. It was a 9.4 or a 9.6. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna check that. Let me have a quick look. Just give me 1 minute. I think it's on here, not too far down. There were a couple of books that we cracked for him. Well, there's that. I think that Avengers, Young Avengers I just showed you. I think that was a crack. That was a 9.4. We bumped that to a 9.8, which is good. But let me see if I can find that. Unless I deleted it, which is quite possible. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, here it is. So there it is. That was a 9.4. We got a bump to a 9.6. And that Thanos Origin that we saw in the other box, I think it was an 8.5. We bumped it, I think, from an 8 to an 8.5, if I remember correctly. I have to rewind and find out. So there you go. I hope those are both bumps for you. At least you got a bump on your Gambit book there, Dave. That's kind of cool. All right. Oh, nice. We got a 9.8 Fan Expo Special Edition Batman 423. That's a sick-looking book. And my stack is now high. I'm going to have to go back to the chat room and hear what you guys are all talking about. And I'll pack these babies up. Okay. Will your hours be better? Working on it. A guy came in today and he was asking about that. Why the heck are your hours so, why Saturdays? I go, well, you got to understand something. I'm not a comic shop per se, right? Like, we press, we clean, and we ship books to CGC. And people come and pick up books. And I'm not a full-fledged comic store. Now, will I ever go to that? Will I ever transition into that? Maybe. But that's not what I'm really into doing right now. So that's why the hours are so crappy, because I can't be talking to people. Like, if I'm talking to people during the week, I'm not getting work done. And that's the thing, honestly. So, and I've said this before, that's why I spoke with my wife. We kind of determined that Saturdays was a good day, obviously being teachers, and Saturday mornings was a good day, or early afternoon, where a lot of stuff for the house stuff wasn't going on. So that's why I chose, it could have been Sundays too, but we chose Saturday. I may extend my hours on Saturday a little bit more. Like today I didn't get out there till 2:30. So I might go from 11 till 3 or something like that. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. And Charlo's talking about maybe spending more time at the shop too. So we'll see. All right. Let's continue. Well, I like seeing this. Blackness, nothing. No, here we go. Another Chrome edition, a Fan Expo gold foil in a 9.8. Here we go. We got a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic number 9, 9.8. Wolverine and the X-Men number 4. It's a variant edition. Now, I think Dave had some variants he really was hoping to get 9.8s on. Hope we can help you. 9.8. Another fat, big book here. Why the hell? They put this in backwards. Again, like, what the hell? What are these people at CGC putting in books in backwards? Look at this. Dipshits. I'm telling you that these people, you can't tell that that's not the front of the freaking book. Well, is that not the front of the book, or is that the front of the book? You tell me. It doesn't take an IQ of, whatever to... I don't understand these people. Is that the way it's supposed to be? I don't think so. It's a Mexican edition. Well, there you go. You get the... So this book's probably got to go back because they put it in backwards, the dipshits. Mexican edition... Anyways, frustrating. 8.5. Second book in less than 2 months, put in the slabs backwards. Remember that New Mutants 98? That was Ray's book, backwards. But Ray said, you know what? I want to get Rob Liefeld to sign it. So we left it the way it is, and I sent it back as is, and they'll fix it. Now, this is awesome right here. 9.8 Zelda, great. My son's now, Jack, I don't think he's still watching, but JP Studios, he's into his Zelda now. I'm seeing a lot of 9.8s here. This is good. This is a good box. We got a 9.8 copy of a deluxe edition of Wolverine 88 in a 9.8. Nothing wrong with that. Alrighty then. Let's go and back to the chat while I pack these up because I'm out of room. Great Star Wars covers. Yeah, Dave always gives me tons of great Star Wars stuff. And I'll tell you, some of these Star Wars books, like the paper quality is so bizarre. And Nippur does a lot of these books, and she's like, "Oh, Kevin, these freaking covers, right?" I go, "I know, they're very strange." Whoa, I'm jumping over there. Cloudwalker, is that you, Dave? Because you're saying was a 9.4. Is that you? Send it back again. It might get a 9.8. Probably not, Lord. Wishful thinking, though, my friend. Brian says, does cracking and reslibbing mess up CGC's census numbers? Can't see how it wouldn't. How would CGC know a submission is cracked? They don't. And it's really incumbent upon guys like me and guys like you, because a lot of guys do their own cracking and, resubmitting. A lot of times they say you're supposed to send the slips back with the books. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to send a slip back with the book. I want it to be graded with fresh eyes. But I do send once a year. I'll ship back all the labels, and then they can take it off the census. Now I'm going to tell you right now, most guys don't do that. So that means that, yeah, you're right, Brian. The census is very, very skewed, big time skewed, because they have no control over that. Once the books are out there, they're out there. So the census is really, take it with a grain of salt. That's what I tell people. But good question. Dennis is here all the way from Hollywood, California with a Buddy Jesus statue. Anybody can start a comic store. I don't have a Buddy Jesus statue. Cloudwalker, finally the Knights of the Republic have that and everything but a 9.8. LOL. Sweet. Dennis says, whoops. Dr. Rant. Okay, yeah, I know. Sorry. I almost did a John Campia there. Dennis says, no more weed at CGC. You tell me about it, my friends. Tell me about it. Are you guys smoking dope on the job? Because I don't know how could you not see that was the back of the book that you put forward? Like, yeah. Jay Wolfgang, Doc, wowza. Or beer, yeah. David Clark, weed smokers down there. There you go. Wow, very happy with these. Cloudwalker, it is Dave. All right, good. These are all Dave. Dave is here. And we're not done yet. Here we go. You jinx me, Dave. You jinx me. Look, you got a 9.6 on X-Men Adventures 1. But that's okay, because we follow that up with Star Wars Adventures 7 in a 9.8. I'm pretty sure this whole box is Dave's box. Yes, it is. This is all Dave's box. There's his invoice. All 25 books right there. Let's keep going. Get a 9.8 yet again. A variant edition Uncanny X-Men 510. Dave, you mentioned there was one you really wanted to get 9.8 of, but I don't remember which one it was. I hope you're getting it. Iron Man number 512 variant edition. 9.8. We have got Kanan the Blast Padawan number 6. 9/8. Good box. Star Wars Jedi Academy. Yeah, I could see why. They're being picky. But yeah, 9/6. Oh. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pack these up. I'll go backwards. You can see the books because I'm a ding-dong and did not have it transitioned over. That's what happens when I do these late night shows, all right? So 9/6. You heard it. Now you're going to see it. 9/8. Ooh, it's hot. And that's the 9/6 I was telling you about. Brian says maybe they got the book right, but messed up the front and back of the slab. Yeah, maybe. Robert Ennis here. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you. Lots more Star Wars fun to go, guys. We're not done yet. 9.8 again. Star Wars Jedi Academy Leviathan number 1. Itchy and Scratchy. And a 9.6. Okay. Kanan the Last Padawan, number 1 and a 9.8. Dark Ride number 1, the Wayland variant cover and a 9.8. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I need a producer. There you go. Dennis says, hot and humid in Hollywood at sundown. It's pretty hot and humid here too. The weather in Oshawa and Toronto has been really strange. It was actually kind of cold today at one point. Like when I went out to do a quick errand, it was like kind of really cool, which was really strange. Lots of rain, and it's really humid and hot too. Don't even want to go outside. Air conditioning is the best, man. Air conditioning is the best. All right, we got a few more here. Got a 9.6 copy of Star Wars 17. Then we got a 9.8 copy of the Star Wars number 1. I'm not even going to try to say that, but there it is right there. And we finish this all off with with Spawn number 1 in a 9.8. Nice books there, Dave. Good eye, my friend. Good eye. You know, yes, we can take those flaws out of books. We do our very best, but it really is important to inspect those books very carefully before you submit. You know, having a good eye, finding those books that potentially could be a 9.8. Because there are some books that just will never get there, no matter what you do to them. You can press them till the cows come home, but they'll never be a 9.8. You can't will it. You know what I mean? If I could will it, like I said, I would do my own books all the time, and I wouldn't do anybody else's. But regardless, we do our very best to get the highest grade possible, and it does help when you guys pick the good ones. And Dave, obviously, like I said, has a great eye for it. All right, let's see. I keep seeing synthesizers in my mind in the background. Oh, here? Yeah. Brian Bowman. Yeah, no camera, Doc. Yeah, maybe. But I haven't been smoking anything either, so I promise that. Maybe I should, then everything would be proper. All right, guys, that's it. Robert, thank you for that. Guys, again, I will be at the Brampton Comic Book and Collectible Show tomorrow from, I think it's 10 till 3, if I recall correctly. You can check my Facebook page. I do have a bulletin on there, or the flyer on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page, so you can check that out. And if you're in the Brampton area, come on out. I'm actually excited because Dennis, I knew you were going to come back when I did that little Axel F thing. You were gonna make a comment, Beverly Hills Cop. I knew that. But anyways, that's an aside. But if you're in the area, come on by. I think it's $5 to get in, and I'm excited because you know what? There'll probably be toys there. You know me and my toys, guys. And I'm getting now that I'm in this new location, I'm hoping to finally remove all this from my home office and put my collection up there. We mentioned Robert Meyer Burnett often on here. I know Lord Thoth is also moderator over at his channel, but he has his Robservatory. Well, I want the Comic Doctor-ratory thing. I don't know, Kevinatory. It doesn't sound as good, but I need to show off my stuff because I got lots of really amazing collectibles as well that I'd love to show off and talk about and even just be around. And I can't because I just don't have the bloody space for it in this little office. It is where I do a lot of my pressing and what have you. But like I said, with the new shop, hopefully I'll have more room so I can start displaying my goodies yet again. All right, guys, I think that's it for me. Here, I'm going to go do some work now. Thank you so much for coming by. I think there's more books on their way back from CGC. If not, there will be. If not right now, there will be this week. So expect another unboxing, probably later next week. These books that you see before you should be processed over the next several days, and I'll send it a text to everybody so you can come pick them up next Saturday. Also, another notice, I will not be in the shop on August the 19th. Excuse me. As I'm not available, so the shop will be closed on the 19th. And I'll also not be in the shop the last weekend of August because I believe, again, I'm not 100% sure. Good chance I'll be setting up a Fan Expo. That's right. Roy offered me a table at Fan Expo, so I might be there promoting the Comic Doctor. If you're going to be at Fan Expo when we haven't met before, come on over and say hello. I'm probably going to be there. I'm still really kind of fighting it. I kind of don't want to do it, to be honest. It's like 4 days. 4 days of kind of sitting there, and I've got so much to do. I don't know if I can afford to sit in a place for 4 days. Maybe I'll have Charlo. I know Charlo's going to be there. Maybe I'll have him set up for me. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3 days and 2 days, and he can do the other couple days, but we'll figure it all out. Until next time, my friends, thank you for dropping by. Hope to see you again. On your way out, do hit that subscribe button, the like button, just like Lord Thoth says. And until then, have a great Sunday, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Ciao, my friends. Good night. Bye for now.